Hey everybody, this is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade out in Brookfield, Illinois. Today is, June 4th, 2020. We are here live at the Galloping Ghost Arcade, still walking around, still not open to the public, but again, a tremendous amount of things going on. Getting ready for when we are able to reopen to the public, not too much longer. I think we're going to actually give a date on Monday. So we are very excited for that. So much stuff going on. You have no idea how the arcade is going to be unbelievable when everybody is able to come back in. Shout outs to Ed and Paul DeCruz, Jimbo Slice and Lumbo and Worminator. Thank you for being here. Hope everybody is doing well and being safe. And Thomas Roth, what is up? Thank you for being here, man. Chance Palmer is joining us. I am so excited. There has been so much progress today, and it's still a little unsettling as there are so many cabinets just everywhere. I like having things in order. This is not a lot of order going on here. There's a lot of turmoil and a lot of things being moved around. Over the last several months, the last couple months, everybody's like, oh, you always know where every machine is. That is not the case right now, but we'll get back there. There's a lot of things moving around, so very excited for it. Shout out to Dan Agavelli, thank you for being here. And Alan, Santa Accountant President for, thank you so much for joining us, man. Very awesome. Brucina, hello. Thank you for being here. Paul, what is up? Jonathan is watching. Paul saying, what's up, my brother? I'm here showing my loyalty. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the support that everybody's been giving us and making these streams so much fun. Raymond is joining us. Thank you for being here. And Jeffrey, hello. Everett, you guys, I was just saying, so excited. So much change going on here at the arcade. Everything's shifting around. Everything's looking great. Everything's playing great. We did a few touch-ups. We did a touch-up on max RPM. That player one was a little slow, so that's 100% again. Miguel, thank you for being here. Jimbo Slice, what is up? John saying, I missed the ghost. Well, we're going to be coming back in full force. Again, the last few days, it's been all hands on deck here. Just tearing it up, getting everything done and ready for when we can have everybody back in. And it's going to be not too much longer. Charles, thank you for being here. And Chris, Paul saying, can you fire up Afterburner and jump in there? We've moved so many cabinets today. That front window, first you'll notice right over here. This would really depend on if you really knew where we were standing and what's missing. But Space Harrier used to be here, and that has moved. That is a big cabinet to move. Let's take a walk. Let's show around the arcade a little bit. Again, it's unsettling how different the arcade is. So we have, going over this way again, just cabinets everywhere right now. They'll all find a spot. The nice thing with all these changes and all these games moving around, it's like we're all here playing Tetris, and there's a lot of space freeing up. We're finding out we have more space to work with. Right there, you can see Yuchuyu, Daisuke-san, Chokoveda, Contact D, and we've got our Turkey Shoot cabinet. Love that. Great Williams game. Strider. But this is where Afterburner used to be. Afterburner's not there anymore. That's been on the move. So it's been, again, the complete rearrange going on. Jonathan, thank you for being here. Miguel saying, I'm sure there's a method to the madness. Yes and no. There's a lot of, let's see where this is going to fit. And just drop that there for now. And then sometimes that just ends up staying there. You can see this strip of games just sitting here. That's all in queue to go back. It's a lot of games. But Radmobile, which used to be there, Radmobile is no longer there. So we can take a look. You know, we've been focusing right. You've got Line of Fire, you've got AB Cop, you've got Lucky and Wild, you've got Speed Racer and Brave Firefighters, and then turning the corner, I'm so excited to show this off. Space Harrier, Radmobile, and Afterburner, all lining up. How good is that? Then on this side, you've got Armadillo Racing and Revolution X. Still got to work on this cabinet. So much to do. It's definitely glad we started when we did, because if we didn't, we would be in really big trouble. But so much is moving around, and we're so excited to have everything 100% playable. We're so happy. We did a little more work. We did Bermuda Triangle got worked on today. The monitor got fixed. The rotary stick on that got fixed. Doug is in the process of fixing the audio on Exidy's Crash. So that's being worked on. That was just another one. The game was working. Slight issue with not having audio. So that's being worked on. What else was done today? Apache 3, the monitor was fixed. So just knocking them out. Those were the games in the expansion that are, actually we've moved them down to the pinball area right now because carpet's going in on Canton. Electrician was here earlier today, so moving along, making good progress. Eddie saying, hey, I saw my old Wakko. Absolutely, man. Amazing. Thank you so much for letting us have it here, man. So good. Thomas Ross saying, are you into pinball toppers or don't really care for them on pinball machines? We have a few. The only ones that we have are really Creature from the Black Lagoon, and we've got a Freddy topper on our Nightmare on Elm Street. And then, of course, Monster Bash has its custom. So if they're original, I'm totally all about them. But if they're just kind of customs, it really depends on the theme, because that Creature one is pretty awesome. Shoutouts to former Gamer of the Year, Fred DeHart. Thank you for being here, man. Very awesome. Christopher Alexander, one of the legends of Mortal Kombat. Thank you for being here, man. Cannot wait to have you back out to the arcade. Dan Eichfeldt asking, is the new rug in yet? Not yet. Carpet is still being worked on. They're coming in tomorrow. We're going to go over a few things, and it should be... There's a lot of little things. It's like... That? No, we're not having that. That's all getting cut out, and we'll get it all a new patch in there, and it'll be looking nice. So very excited. We want everything to just be amazing by the time everybody's coming back in. Greg, thank you for being here, man. Alan saying, well, you have maps with the locations of all the games. So we tried that once, and it's usually stuff moves so often, and as soon as the next Monday comes out, you'd need a new map. So we're looking at doing something online where you can just have like a map on your phone. But we'll see. We'll see. It's we've got a lot of projects going on. It certainly won't be ready by the time we are able to reopen, but not too long after, I would hope. Joey saying, what's up, Doc? How's the joystick on Star Wars Trilogy? It is been gone over. That's really good. The stick is good. The only thing we have left to do on Star Wars Trilogy is the left bulb burned out, and they're those custom pink neon bulbs. Fortunately, we have one or two on hand. I just need to get time to actually change that. So it should be 100%. It will be 100%. So very excited for that, and how we're going to be moving Trilogy next. So that'll be next to the Sega Star Wars and our sit-down Empire Strikes Back, and of course the Atari Star Wars and Return of the Jedi. So all of our Star Wars games are going to be getting grouped. Squared Circle Squares, thank you for being here. Very awesome to have you guys. Alan, hello. Thank you. Casey saying, last year at the arcade, my girlfriend beat me in a video game, Tekken 3, for the first time. Great memory for both of us. That's awesome. Like, it's so good. We've had so many people talk about times. I was here with my girlfriend, or your boyfriend came or whatever. And, you know, that's awesome to see that people connect over all these amazing arcade games. Anthony saying, Doc, everyone I've gone, you've been there. I love, everyone I've gone, you've been there. I love that. Thanks, man. Fred, Sam, I'm strong. Thank you, man. Very, very much appreciated. Carlos, what is up? Daniel Pacina joining us, one of the legends of Mortal Kombat, who played Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Reptile. Thank you for being here, man. Definitely will talk to you very soon. Frank Field saying, hey, Doc, from Smithfield, Virginia. Thank you for tuning in, man. Very awesome. Alexis saying, I started watching these videos when I was laid off because of COVID, but now I'm back at work and I'm still trying to tune in between the customers. Keep up the good work, Doc. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate that. And glad to hear that you're back. It's so good to hear that people are getting back in and returning to work and getting things done. And hopefully everybody's making that transition. I've heard a few people saying that it's different. It's so different to be out and about, and hopefully everybody settles in pretty quick and gets back into that comfortable groove, but better. So that's what we hope for anyway. And I think we're gonna see it. We've been getting, again, still the phone's been ringing off the hook. So hopefully now everybody's back at work. Everybody's gonna need that little break away from work, and we'll be here for you. It's gonna have all 771, you know, Monday's coming up, so be 772, but it's gonna be nice to be able to be open again and have everybody back in. And it's been amazing chatting with everybody on the streams, but so much better to have people here and just to see them react with the machines and stuff. George, thank you for watching. Former Game of the Year, Pete Gores is joining us now. Thank you so much, man. Kevin and Tony saying hi, and hi, Doc. Happy Thursday. Thank you so much, man. Paul saying, Brucina told me she can't take it anymore. She needs to get there and play. I hear you. We've been getting a lot of phone calls being like, wait, you're not open yet? Come on, let's go. So not too much longer. Again, I think Monday we're going to have our big announcement, and we're going to let everybody know when they can join us. We're going to be offering a little bit early access to our year members. Again, if you're not already a year member, we have our annual passes are available through our Galloping Ghost reproductions page. We just made sure those passes were up there. They weren't before, so it'll be a good way to kind of gradually get people in. And of course we'll be taking all the precautions necessary, and just anxious to get there and gonna make sure that everything is safe and playing great. So anxious for it. Steve, thank you for being here. Jay saying, loving these videos, Doc. Thank you so much for that. They've been amazingly fun to do. We're anxious. We're going to, again, until we are reopened, we're going to be doing them every single day, 5 p.m. Definitely after, when we've had so many people asking, like, you're not going to be stopping streaming, are you? We might not do as long of videos, but, and it might not be every day, but we are definitely, it's been so much fun. We're going to keep it up even after we are reopened, because it's been great. It's been great. It's been so cool to be able to show things off and give everybody a deeper look in some history and the behind the scenes. You know, we just had, how cool is that? Planning, so bear with us. We're anxious for it, but we got to make sure that we're 100% ready. Casey saying, are you guys going to do another auction? Last one was a lot of fun. Oh, it was absolutely a lot of fun. A lot more stuff coming up. Great to see everybody able to get stuff on auction and collectors, and so cool that we were able to have some items from the legends of the industry. And, you know, it's so difficult. We got a great piece of history earlier today. I can't say what we got just yet. It is one of those things that it is a true piece of gaming history. It's not a game. It pertains to one of the legends of the industry and is one of those pivotal things that there's a whole story to it of itself. And I can't believe that it's here now. It's one of those where, you know, as we go through, and we've received a lot of amazing items pertaining to the history of video gaming and arcade gaming. In a sense, that really feels like it's almost like a real life video game, where it's like, oh, you've obtained this super rare thing. It's like the holy grail. It's like, you've obtained this, and now you can share it with everybody else. But I was over in my office, and we were talking with somebody who was picking up an item from the auction. And I was showing the code book of Rampage. Jeff Nauman, the programmer of Rampage, had given us the original printed assembly code of Rampage from 1986, which is just, seeing it all in print is just unbelievable. It looks so cool. And he's signed it. It's got the original Rampage release date on there, and it is a piece of history in itself. And you know, we've got a lot of that stuff, and we just can't wait to, like, we love sharing it with everybody. Obviously, some of it is so precious that you kind of have to have it off-site, or I've got a bunch of it in my office, you know, and, you know, I do have to do another walk around the office to share some more of that stuff. But it's been amazing to see these lost piece of arcade history that when they end up here, it's like, it's going to be able to be shared at some point. So it's really cool. It's really cool. Greg asking, how many Star Wars games? So we've got Star Wars from Atari, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Star Wars Trilogy, Sega Star Wars. So we have 5 Star Wars games here. There's also Battle Pods and Starfighter out there. So 2 Star Wars games we don't have still, but maybe they're in the vaults. Miguel saying, one of my first games ever played was called My Hero. Do you have that game? We don't have it here in the arcade floor yet. Again, could be in the vaults. Who knows? Great game from Sega. Fat Chris joining us. Thank you for being here. Bobby saying, did I miss when we are opening question? So we will be announcing our date probably this Monday, barring anything crazy going on. And this has been quite the year for crazy things going on. But I think everything's finally plateauing and calming down. So I'm feeling like this Monday we'll be able to give out a date. Charles sending in 2,000 stars. Thank you so much for that, Charles. Very, very much appreciated. Fat Chris saying, cooking on the grill and watching some Galloping Ghost TV. What's up, my fellow arcade homies? Just walking around the arcade talking to everybody, man. Can't wait to have everybody back. Man, I cannot wait till you're able to make a trip out. Worminator saying, any chance for some Galloping Ghost arcade crew playing against each other in some games on Twitch? So we're trying to figure out who's going to stream next. I was talking with Danielle. She wants to do some Darius. I've been talking with Jeremiah. He's still itching to get that third loop of Contra cleared. But we'll be doing more Twitch very soon. It's been so hectic here. We're really racing against the clock now to get everything back in order and turned on. Is that a lot of arcade games? Is it me, or is that a pretty long row of arcade games? you know, it's we used to have some of our bigger games sticking out, so it was a little obscure. But now that's a pretty nice shot of games just right there. All the Gottliebs and Stearns. It's hard to take a bad picture in this place. Orlando saying, show us Night Driver by Atari. That game is amazing. The side art is crazy cool. Love my 80s games. So Night Driver, you know, I played it a ton on Atari back in the day with that paddle controller. Loved it. And I had an opportunity to get an upright and passed on it because there was no artwork on it. And then when we were able to get this one, as soon as I saw it, it was like, well, that is a beautiful cabinet. And have it here for everybody. And so good. Who would ever have picked those colors? It just looks so awesome. So sorry about the connection drops a little bit there, everybody. Gonna move a little bit closer to our normal spot, but Greg saying, let's all get Atari tattoos. It's funny you say Atari tattoo. We have Tattoo Assassins right there. Love that side art on Tattoo Assassins. That dragon, so cool. Dragon on one side, tiger on the other. Thomas Ross saying, or Frank saying, app for a map of the Ghost would be crazy. We're working on it. We're working on it. It's hard to get it all to process it properly. Like we were talking about having a Google Maps style, just like coming in, filming everything. But we'll see. We'll see. Thomas Ross saying, did you do the 80s arcade themed carpet with all the colors splashed in? 80s rule it, baby. So, you know, we're not. We always go with the standard, just more, the carpet's always just gray, black ceiling, Dorian gray for the walls. Would be, you know, when we were opening, it was just kind of the initial, I didn't want it to be just like a retro, an attempt at a retro, and there's other arcades that do that, and they do it very well. Like, that was never my draw to the arcade. I had an appreciation for it, but we wanted something with a little, just a little bit sleeker look to it. It was the new era, and for us, it wasn't about capturing the era of when all of these great games were coming out. It was presenting them in a new atmosphere. So that was really the philosophy behind it when we went with all the color schemes and everything. So, Greg saying, is the card on top of Flicky yet? It is not yet. And you know, I was talking with Danielle. She's still, I keep leaving those posters. She's had them signed for a bit. So everybody that we're sending one of those Flicky world record posters to, we'll be getting those out very soon. I apologize for the delay in that. Paul saying, have you ever seen a player come in with a Galloping Ghost tattoo? I've got one. I haven't seen any players come in, though. There's one other guy, Chris, who used to work here. He's a ghost for life. He's got one. But haven't seen any players with him yet. Greg saying, show my friend Lisa Spectre Files. Spectre Files right over here. We're going to have some Spectre Files news coming up pretty soon. Trying to solve the mystery of what happened to Buffy MacGuffin, the almost lost Brian Colin game, Spectre Files, the Death Stalker. Such an awesome game. Sean saying, can't wait to visit to play 94 Sega Star Wars and Savage Quest. The rearrange is looking great, and sending 100 stars. Thank you so much for that, man. Very, very much appreciated. There are just games everywhere. It's just, I cannot wait to have everything set back up, because the arcade floor, like my office is always a lot of clutter in my office, just projects everywhere. But the arcade, I like knowing where everything is and having everything in order. So this is, again, a little unsettling, but we'll get it all set up soon. Mike saying, looking forward to Monday's announcement. We are as well. Cannot come soon enough. Actually, it can, because I still haven't really picked a Monday mystery game yet. And with as much work as we've been doing here, I gotta start thinking about that probably come tomorrow. Thomas Ross saying, G.I. Joe and Bucky O'Hare, you know, we're wondering, we've created a few spaces here and there. I'm wondering if we can't break up Bucky O'Hare and G.I. Joe, but I don't know. The space is always at a premium right now. It'll really, once we get the Canton expansion done, we'll really have well, not much. We'll have a very small window of breathing room as those Monday mystery games keep on coming. Shout outs to Kung Leo from Chile. Thank you for being here. Greg saying, I'm employed now. Gotta play games now. I hear you. Pretty soon. Brucina saying, I'm coming for my gloves. You know, I just upgraded. I have a new pair going on, so I've got a pair sitting in my office. Thomas Ross saying, looking forward to a Doc will be out there soon, hoping August for an anniversary. That is going to be awesome, man. Whenever it is, hopefully you make it for August, because again, the anniversary stuff, our 10-year anniversary, oh, like this is going to be big. When we reopen to the public, that's going to be big. There's going to be a lot of new things, a lot of rearranging, and a lot of polish going on in the place. But the 10-year anniversary stuff, August 7th, 8th, and 9th with the T20, it's going to be awesome. August 10th for that Monday mystery game, mind-blowing. Just mind-blowing. The 13th is going to be our 10-year anniversary, so we'll be announcing our Gamer of the Year, which this is going to be an interesting year, but we've got some ideas for it. So hopefully all the other Gamers of the Year will be out for that as well. There's usually pizza and cake and all sorts of good stuff, so hopefully everyone joins us for that. And then on August 15th is going to be our world record attempt for most people playing arcade games at one time. And that I can't, we've set the record probably 4 years ago. So anxious to see how much we can topple it by this year. And Thomas sending 1,000 stars. Thank you so much, man. Very, very much appreciated. I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am to have the support that you have given us. So thank you so much for that, man. Paul DeCruz saying, Doc, are you a fan of Shinobi Magic? Love Shinobi. So good. Damon saying 772 sounds like my credit score. That's all right. There you go. Greg saying, get a hoodie too. Daniel Pacina saying the stream keeps stalling. Sorry, we've been going around to the different buildings and that always causes problems. There's so many Wi-Fi signals for our security stuff, so it's jumping from one to the next. So we apologize for the stalling. Paul DeCruz saying call the arcade. Greg saying is in the hunt fixed now. So in the hunt, the water marquee is fixed, but we haven't installed it yet because we haven't moved the cabinet to its final spot yet. But it's coming soon. It's coming soon. Worminator saying more Twitch gameplay streams. Those are coming as well. Hopefully very soon. Again, I'm not sure if it'll be Jeremiah, Pete, or Danielle playing next, but very, very soon. I keep telling them everybody was asking for Twitch streams, and they're coming. They're coming. And I know I still owe you guys a Kung Fu Master stream, so that'll happen too. Charles sending 400 stars. Thank you so much. Very, very much appreciated. Again, the donated stars, like, sometimes, like, streamers, they put their money towards whatever they want. We put it all right back into the arcade. Everything that you see, all the machines, all the events that we're running, all the repairs, like it all goes right back in. So it's all very much appreciated. It really helps us do what we're doing. So thank you all for sending stars. It's very much appreciated. Joe saying, thank you for preserving these artifacts. Can't wait to visit. Thank you so much for that. It's an honor to be able to do what we do here. And whether it's the games themselves or some of the rare items, again, we picked up something so outrageously rare today from someone in the industry. And we can't wait to share it. We can't wait to everybody to tell the stories on it. Dan Icavelli saying, love the backstories. Well, you know, it's so crazy how there's so much history here. And there's with every machine and with every game, there's backstory to it, like who it came from, where it came from, how we got it, why it's here. And then like beyond when we have because we have so many friends in the industry, there's always stories and more stories behind the games. And it's just awesome to be able to share it all. Wormnair saying, if display cases didn't take up a lot of room, will you be able to set it all out and have on the floor with some of the memorabilia you have? You know, we've been talking about, so the goal is to eventually move pinball. We want to move the pinball building closer down here. But if we do that, we could either give up the building that we have, or we could maybe do something where we have all of our rare items, like Jeff Naumann's code book and all the other rare artifacts, the artwork that we've received from the people of the industry, the legends of the industry. We could have it down there, almost like a museum. So we're thinking long term. So there's a lot of crazy stuff that could be coming up. Jesse sending 50 stars. Thank you so much for that. Very awesome of you. Tim saying, think we'll ever see a Dark Presence themed side-scrolling beat 'em up. Wilson cleans up Ogden Avenue. So that's funny you should say that, because Dark Presence originally started out as a beat 'em up. It was supposed to be almost like Trent and Wilson going to fight Titan. And then as we started writing the story, there was too many characters, and it was like, it fits so much better as a fighting game. So, but very interesting that you say that. We could probably, thank you so much for that. It's an honor to be able to share this stuff with you. Like, I feel so privileged to be able to talk to the legends of the industry and get these stories. And, you know, it's an obligation to these people, these artists that have curated all this stuff, to get it out there. And, you know, it's like, to be able to share these games with people is just, it's a tremendous thing. So I'm so fortunate to be able to do what I do. Paul saying, since you are a star, you deserve all these stars from us. Thank you so much for that, man. Very much appreciated. Greg saying, where is Darius? So Darius 1 and 2 are still up by the front counter. Darius Burst EX has moved out of its little spot next to the Monday Mystery game. G Darius and Darius Gaydon are still in the shmups room. So before all is said and done, those all got to get together. Where they'll end up, I don't know. Who knows? We'll find someplace for them. It's, again, the reorganization and the clustering of all the games is going to be so key to make the experience even that much better here. So we're excited for it. Dwayne, thank you for being here, man. Good to see you. Pancho saying, greetings from Mexico. Thank you for joining us. Jeremy Fox joining us of Prince Arcades out in Bolingbrook. Very awesome to have you here, man. Thank you so much. Dan Icavelli saying, nice night driver. Pancho saying, wow, Tattoo Assassins. Such a good story about finding tattoo assassins in the seller didn't really care about the money on it. And he was like, well, you know, this guy, he doesn't really care. Let me give him something else and see if there's something else he wanted. And all he wanted was a Neo Geo. And I was like, oh, I'll buy him a Neo Geo if he's willing to not buy Tattoo Assassins. We would never interfere with somebody's deal, but it is definitely one of those where the guy just kind of was just on the fence on the game. So it was kind of like, is there anything else you would want instead of that one? And literally he was like, oh, I would rather have a Neo Geo. The price that we got for Tattoo Assassins was so, again, the seller didn't even care about the money of it. And then he became more interested in making sure that it got to where people could play it. And that's one of the cool things about a lot of these old school operators, because they're a complete another component to the history of it. They have so much information, and they did it for so long, usually because they just love seeing the interaction with the people. They love seeing the people finding games that they like. So it's very cool. I've been very fortunate to get to talk to a lot of operators and just hearing their stories. We've got to do some podcasts with some of them because it's a lot of history that doesn't get talked about as much. So it's on the to-do list. Pancho saying Tattoo Assassins, never played it in the arcade. Absolutely amazing. So that's just one of the unreleased prototypes that we've been able to track down. Tattoo Assassins right there. Let me see, what would be another unreleased prototype? There's Argus, unreleased Gottlieb prototype. There's Arena, unreleased prototype. There's Faster, Harder, More Challenging Q*bert, unreleased prototype. We've probably got, there's just well over a dozen unreleased prototypes that we have here. Bio Freaks from Midway, another super rare one-on-one fighting game. Let me go that's right over here. We can show that off easy enough. Or maybe, yeah, there we go. Bio Freaks, right next to Contra Evolution, released only in China, less than 50 made, all on original hardware. Journey is still sitting here. This was an unreleased prototype that we actually had to finish making the whole game. Sega Sonic the Hedgehog, Left 4 Dead. So many games. Let's see. Pancho saying, do you have Bloodstorm in the Galloping Ghost Arcade? We do. We have Time Killers and Bloodstorm. And again, I don't often say what we have in the vaults, but I do have, right now we have Time Killers and Bloodstorm in a 2-in-1 cabinet. Both original boards, but just to save space. I do have an original dedicated Bloodstorm cabinet in storage. So we're so anxious. There's still so many more cabinet upgrades. There's probably like 30 plus cabinet upgrades that we're going to be doing, which will be splitting up 2-in-1s and just like we did with Battletoads recently, where it was in a 2-player cabinet. We upgraded it to a 3-player cabinet, which is how it should be played. So that's always the key goal, is to get back to making the game as near original as possible, if not 100% original. Let's see. Jimmy Mack joining us. Thank you for being here. Phil joining us. Hello. Jimmy Mack saying, I can't wait for the arcade to open. I hear you, man. It's coming up. It's coming up. Your Q*bert machine and Q*bert cubes, they're here. You know, and we've got something so cool coming. For you fans of Q*bert, we have something unbelievable coming up, but it's gotta wait. I can't share that one with you, but soon. Dan Aguilera, show us the Atari aisle and the first game in the aisle. So, unfortunately, The aisle is pretty jammed up right now. But you've got Tempest on one side, and you've got Millipede on the other side. Hopefully next day or so we'll get that all cleared out. Phil saying, can't wait to get back in. Soon, man. We can't wait to have you back. Paul saying, does Danielle interact with the gamers? Sometimes. She's not here as often, but if you message her or something, she'll respond for sure. Shout outs to Lars and RJ from Canada. Thank you for being here, man. Dennis saying, elevator action, death parade on Monday. Maybe. Who knows? Tune in on Monday and we'll find out. Nico, thank you for being here. Kelly Valesco is watching. Thank you for being here. Paul saying, don't let Brucina convince you to give up those gloves. Alfred. Charles saying 10 years is going to be hot. Oh, you have no idea. There's so much we're planning for it. Paul saying, I'm shooting to come out for the anniversary. You will not regret it. Phil saying, I'm happy. If you need a pre-opening tester, I'm happy to volunteer. I'll let you know, man. I very much appreciate it, man. Jimmy Mack saying, how is Star Wars Racer? Is it in need of a little love before the lockdown? So we are waiting on a part for Star Wars Racer. It should be here. Everything is working, but there's the one handle got broken off. We just found the piece yesterday when we started moving Lucky and Wild. So we might be able to fix that and not have to wait for the part, but it will be 100% with no worries on that. No worries on that at all. Pancho saying, Golden Axe. Love Golden Axe. Right there. Original dedicated. Love that artwork. The chicken leg, which was you could ride in Golden Axe, appeared as an enemy that you also fought in Altered Beast, which to me, that was so cool to see, like, enemy crossovers from game to game. Greg saying Shinobi is an old favorite. Love it. And its sequel, Shadow Dancer, both in original dedicated. Angel saying, is there any game you can't seem to get into? Oh, for sure. There's, that's the one selfish side of the arcade. If there's a game that I'm not digging, I can't have it here. It's unfortunately, if it's here, I love it. I'm pretty diverse in the games I like, puzzle games and shmups and light gun games, and so it's kind of all over the place. It's an eclectic mix of games for sure. But you won't see, like, I don't know, what would be a game you wouldn't see here? Maybe like Double Dragon 3. You won't see that here. But, Double Dragon 1, Double Dragon 2. Those are good. Those are good. Let's see. Phil saying, dying to get in the pin room. The pinball room, that's always in amazing condition, the pinball room. 40 machines. It's Master Tech Ken Walker has been just going over there. Just everything's getting polished. So can't wait for everybody to be back over there as well. Jimmy Mack saying, I totally missed the ghost. Thank you so much for that, man. We cannot wait to have everybody back. Ron saying, will we have a Street Fighter V cabinet? So those are exclusive to round ones right now. We're working on it, though. We're working on it. We seem to end up with some stuff. So don't be surprised if you eventually see one. Dennis putting up 378 stars. Thank you so much for that, man. Very, very much appreciated. Lenny Jimenez is joining us. Thank you for being here, man. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything is going well by you. Jimmy Mack sending 150 stars. Thank you, man. Very much appreciated. Greg saying, tell me something I should, something tells me I should play Battlezone. Love Battlezone. This Battlezone that we have right over here. Right there. So I've been playing this Battlezone since I was about 16 years old. Or no, maybe I was playing it since I was 18 years old. Let's say 18 years old. The first friend of mine had it, and they donated it to the arcade when we opened. So I have put many, many years of play on this Battlezone. So to have it here and have everybody enjoy it and get to play it and have fun on it like I did, that's awesome. That is just absolutely awesome. Charles saying, check out the Ultra Street Fighter 4 cabinet when we can. Let me see. You know, the thing that we have left to do on that, I want to put new vinyl on the control panel. It's right there, but hard to see. I'll show it on our next video after we get this cleared up a little bit. Phil saying, missing the creature from the black, my creature from the Black Lagoon, man. You know, thank you so much. Phil was the one who got us that creature from the Black Lagoon in such amazing condition. It was really one of those games that it got me in so much deeper to pinball just playing that. So Phil, thank you so much for that and sharing it with everybody here at the Galloping Ghost. Santos asking, are there any machines in there doubled? So there's 771 games here. The only duplicates, which do not count towards that, would be the Grid, which we have 6 linked machines, but of the 771, that only counts as 1. And we have Sinistar, which we have an upright and a sit-down, but we still only count that as 1 as well. So it's 771 unique games. That's how we do it. Now we've got our Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey. I know I had mentioned this once before. When we got this is an original dedicated cabinet, which pretty rare game. But you can see right here, somebody actually cut the cabinet to make it fit in a smaller vehicle. They did a great job. It's a very, very clean cut. I've seen it 1 or 2 times before, but always very, very bizarre seeing that. But they did an excellent job on this one. Let's see. Jimmy Mack saying, can we lower the wattage on the light bulbs? So we are working on that as well. That has been something that has been bugging me for years and years, and we're working on the lighting. Hopefully, I don't know if we'll have it ready before we're able to reopen to the public, but it is something that's coming up soon. Paul saying, Sega's R360, don't give up, Doc. Never. You never know when you're going to find some of these games, and it just takes time and patience, and we'll get there. Hopefully one day, maybe by our 20th or 25th anniversary, we'll have our Sega R360. That's, who knows, though? Who knows? See, even Flicky right now. Even if Danielle wanted to play Flicky, it's in the row right there. Got to get that set up. Thomas saying, have you ever went to go buy an arcade cabinet, Doc? It's such a rare game, but it's not worth bringing back to life, so you left it? Or are you still buying, do you still buy it because you can use the parts off of it? Now it depends. Like, we've gotten, like, our Domino Man, for example. That game was completely trashed. It was literally sitting there, and the moment we moved it, the entire bottom ripped off, and it had water damage on the cabinet, and the board was just so damaged. We still took it. We bought it, and we brought it back. There's not been a game yet that we haven't been able to bring back. Our Cloak and Dagger was a perfect example. It was a barn find, and that thing had a lot of water damage on it, and it's just a slow process. That one, you know, we've put a lot of work on it. So we if it's really, really rare, we do whatever we can to get it back up and running, and then over the years we'll spend time trying to get it in a better cabinet and go from there. So, but yeah, it really depends on the game. At this point, there's so many other places opening. We've got so many rare games. Like, we try not to just buy doubles to have them to resell. Like, we're not into the flipping scene, really. Occasionally, there'll be a deal we can't pass up on, or somebody just won't want a machine. But that's not really our thing. It's we try to focus just on getting new games here and getting them out in front of people. Dwayne saying, I know you have all those awesome arcades, but have you played Red Dead Redemption 2? And if so, what did you think about it? You know, I haven't played it. I hear it's amazing, but if I'm playing on console, usually it's either God of War or Resident Evil, and obviously the new Mortal Kombat's. But haven't tried it. Just heard great things about it, though. Greg saying, I need to dig into that achievement book. Those will be coming. We still haven't gotten them yet, but it's on the list. It's on the list. Let's see. Pancho saying, Contra's amazing. So, again, that Contra was limited to only coming out in China, less than 50. Konami themselves doesn't even have one. And the only other known instance is out in Japan with one of the super collectors. And we tried and tried for years, but he did not want to part with it. So we were fortunate enough to track one down in China and had it shipped over. So happy we have it here. It's an amazing game. GGA Jeremiah, who was doing live streams on it, said that he liked it even more than the original Contra, which I love the original Contra. I love that version as well, but hard to say. For me, I can't say which is better, but he was very much into that one as better. Pancho saying Bloodstorm and Time Killers. Very cool games. A lot of history to them. Jimmy Mack saying, you're killing it, Doc. I miss you and Pete and the Cubert Proto. Right there. Soon, man. Lars asking, are you planning on doing multiple Monday Mystery Games to reach 800 for the 10-year anniversary? Probably not. We just did a double Monday Mystery. We put out Space Invaders Deluxe and Stunt Cycle. But that was just different reasons. It was both being black and white monitors. Just thought it would be great to give everybody a little bit something extra. And not in a rush. It's not like we're the largest arcade in the world. We're not in a rush to build up that number to 1,000. It'll happen when it happens, and we'll be excited for it for sure. But space is so tight that we definitely have to pace ourselves. Paul asking, you have Ninja Gaiden? Of course. Ninja Gaiden is here. Samuel saying, love Cubert. I hear you. Jimmy Mack saying, digging the Cubert tease. Man, I'm so excited for it. I think you're gonna be. It's an amazing story, and when we get it here, the story of it getting here, it's a long one. It'll be an hour-long story into itself. Greg saying Monday will be a shmup. Maybe. Who knows? Shout-outs to Tim Vermillion. Thank you for being here. Pancho saying, do you have Rygar, the Warrior of Argus? We do. Love Rygar. It's we're a bit far away from the cabinet right now, but we absolutely do have it. Let's see. Ken Walker, Master Tech over at Galloping Ghost Pinball joining us. Thank you for being here. Charles saying, no mercy for Double Dragon 3. We shouldn't even mention that anymore. What a... Double Dragon 3. Worminator saying, no Double Dragon 3, I'm boycotting. No, I'm you know, it's one of those things. If you played it and you like it, teach their own, teach their own. But I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. Dan Icavelli saying, is Double Dragon 3 that bad? It is. Don't play it. Save your quarters. Let's see here. Pancho saying, Billy Mitchell never visit the Galloping Ghost Arcade, or yes? Yeah, Billy Mitchell has been out here several times. Was just on the phone with him maybe 10 days ago. He gave us a call, just checking in. He's been out here. And this is one building, and it goes more to the east already with the Shmups room, and then there's three more buildings to the west. There's a lot of machines here. Definitely a lot of machines here. Nick saying, keep up the content. You guys are great. Thank you so much for that. Brady is joining us. Thank you for being here, man. Hope you are doing well. Alien 3, the gun. You know, this game's so cool. The huge pulse rifles that they got going on. Released from Sega. Very cool game. We picked this one up in Mississippi and drove it back out. We got our beautiful original dedicated Carnival. So good. Love that artwork. Resident Evil Biohazard Code Veronica. Stun Gunner 2, or Steel Gunner 2. Our first Monday mystery game right there. Missing in Action, the sequel to Russian Attack. James saying, what's the one game you don't have that you are having trouble finding? So there's the top 3 games. We keep everybody keeps asking, what like, my God, you've got a Warrior Blade, Rastan Saga 3, like Ninja Warriors, Zawakari, Blast. There's so many rare games here. What are you missing? You know, for me, the top 3 games, we've got R360 from Sega, which when it came out, it was like, it was so expensive. Hundreds of thousands of dollars for it. And not many made, and just you never see them. And then 2 Laserdisc games, Time Gal and Revenge of the Ninja, also known as Ninja Hayate, which been looking forever. Don't know. We'll find them one day. One day. Let's see. Mark saying, it's always great to see you. Thank you so much, man. Hope you are doing well. Phil saying, did you ever get that F-14 Tomcat pin up and running, or was that kaput? So, I don't know if that was the original one that we had. We have the F-14 that we have is beautiful. Definitely, man, Phil, when you come in, we got to play some F-14. Pencho saying, Mortal Kombat. We know a thing or two about Mortal Kombat. We've got MK1, 2, 3, Ultimate 3, and 4, as well as our Mortal Kombat area showing off all of the legends of the industry that have come out here. Maybe we can see it. Let's jump up here real quick. Chris Alexander, Brian Glenn, Dr. Philip Ahn, Sal DeVita, Leah Montalongo, John Parrish. Another picture of Brian Glenn, another picture of Sal, Becky Gable. All the legends of Mortal Kombat, Carlos Pacina, Daniel Pacina, John Turk. Rich DeVizio as Quan Chi and Baraka. Salas Nightwolf. Tony Marquez, Kerry Hoskins, Catalin Zmar, Ho Sung Pak. All of them have been out here, hung out. So cool to have them all out here. Give you a shot from the arcade from over here. We don't get to see this shot too often. And of course the grid. So our first grid machines are from Todd Allen, who was one of the programmers on the game. He donated this. This second grid machine is a prototype with no topper, and you can see the art is a slightly different color. But then on top, we've got an actual dev kit with a test board up there from the grid. And this was donated to us by Todd Allen. So again, there's so much history here. It's just so awesome. Darius Burst EX, another Chronicle. That cabinet is amazing. Not sure where it's going to end up, but we'll find a spot for it. Going to have to slide through. Again, it's tough having all the aisles all covered up right now. Mo joining us, one of our pro team members from Team GGA from back in the day. David saying my RE cabinet is waiting for you. I'm sorry I've been so late with my messages, man. I will be back in touch with you very soon on that. Greg asking who made Wakko. So Wakko was Bally Midway. Cosmic Cruiser right there. Amazing cabinet. Donkey Kong. Jimmy Mack saying, been waiting to see Space Invaders Deluxe at the arcade for a long time. It was surprising that we didn't have it here sooner. We've had it in the vaults for a long time. So many games just jumping in front of it, but it is here now for everybody. Shout outs to Jeff Nauman, another one of the legends of the industry who did all the programming on Rampage and so many other games. Thank you so much for being here, Jeff. I definitely need to get in touch with you very soon, too. Watson saying, do you have Sunset Riders? We do. We currently have it in a 2-in-1 cabinet with Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Original arcade heart, original board, original everything. Just custom wired so we can have 2 games in one cabinet. However, in the vaults, I have an original dedicated, and we just need a little space. So hopefully soon we'll have some room for it. Lars saying, what's your favorite of the black and white games? Oh, I would probably say Warlords. I love Warlords. And they had such an amazing overlay on it and a cardboard backdrop that just made it even that much better. Such a great game. Let's see. Thomas Ross saying, do you have any of the Muppet cabinets? Or because the games are too kiddish, you were never interested in them. The Muppet cabinet, you know, we don't have any here at the arcade, but, you know, I haven't really seen too many of them for sale, so we'll see. We'll see. King saying, hey, Doc, thank you for being here, man. Very, very cool. Saying, can't wait to get back out there. I was there when you had about 500 games. We're up to 771 now until Monday. Thomas Ross saying, Richie Knuckles ever been out there? He's a real cool cat. He is. He's been on here several times. Always great to see Richie and talk to him. Very, very cool. Great. You know, I'm surprised with Space Invaders Deluxe going out. I'm surprised he hasn't been giving us a call to stop out and put up a crazy score on that. Let's see here. Let me, where's Dragon Gun? So Dragon Gun is in our 4th building. I just saw that today. Again, a lot of things getting shifted around. Punisher right there. Renegade right there. Original Metamorphic Force. 2 Tigers. Victory Road. Super rare. Data East Boogie Wings. Laser Ghost. There's our... Let's see. And there is Dragon Gun. Our pinball location. And just keep expanding. The new arcade expansion is coming soon. Knocking down the walls into the 5th building. So we can't wait for it. Raina joining us. Thank you for being here. Alexa saying, missing Galaxian 3s. If we saw one, we'd probably have it. Santos saying, what's the farthest you've gone to get a machine? Oh, we've shipped games from literally all over the world. We have AB Cop. We sent that. We got that from Japan. That was shipped over for us. So, but we've had game ships from all the coasts and everywhere you can imagine. Furthest that we've ever driven. Let's see. I know we were out in, I think we picked up a game in New Jersey. I think we've picked up games in Mississippi and Tennessee. So we've been all over. Iowa, our first batch of games, 114 games came from Denison, Iowa. Let's see here. Some more rarities. Monkey Mole Panic. First Funky Fighter. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Eliminator. Mikey. Tinkle Pit. Future Spy. Wrestle War. Guardian. Spy. Dig Dug 2. Aliens Extermination. Arabian. Tunnel Hunt. So super rare. Operation Gunbuster. 4-player. Bullet. Another super obscure Sega game. Astron Belt. Tech Romancer. Phoenix. Getting that marquee scanned over at Galloping Ghost Reproduction right now. Chung saying, I'm one of who emailed you wondering if you have the shoot 'em up called Flower. And so I will be in touch with you soon on that. I've been so backed up with emails and Facebook messages. So we will get back to that very, very soon. Or I will be, if you haven't heard from me, I will definitely be messaging him back. So I very much apologize for the delay in responding to a lot of those messages. Anteater. You've got Tricycle San right there. Spatter. Super rare. Super rare. Let's see. Paul saying, this is the best part of my day. Every day, we really do have a blast. Absolutely, man. It's Aliens Armageddon. Savage Quest. So much to show everybody. Again, if you haven't, we were back here a little bit earlier. All of our big blues, we got to get those grouped all together again. Space Harrier, Radmobile, and then 3-player Revolution X. So good, so good. What a huge cabinet. Another one. There's so many games. You got Inferno, Williams games, super rare. Armadillo Racing. This back room, this back arcade building is just nuts with the amount of games and the rarities back here. King asking, how many games do you estimate in the vaults? I think right now there's 188 games in the vaults. So we'll be putting up new stuff for a long time to come. Casey saying, I'm sure it's hard to say, but what's your favorite game of all time, console or arcade? That is tough. I normally just say Narc. That was the first arcade game I ever purchased, so that's usually what I go with. Just absolutely love it. Alexa saying, T-Mech though. Got one? We don't have it here at the arcade, but again, that doesn't mean that it's not in the vaults. The vaults hold 188 games. So is T-Mech there? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. Tune in on Monday Mystery, because you never know what's going up next. 5 p.m. on Monday on Twitch. David's saying that Beavis and Butthead cabinet looked amazing. Is that the same as the console version? So Beavis and Butthead, let me see if we can't show it somewhat. It is different than the console version. This is more of a like a beat 'em up, like a Final Fight style beat 'em up, instead of more of the looking for the Guar concert tickets. But definitely a very, very fun game. Only 12 made, and only 6 of them in the cabinet, the deluxe cabinet. Salgado saying, my daughter and son said they don't go to Six Flags. They want to go to the Galloping Ghost instead. We hope you guys can make it out soon. We're going to be reopening the public pretty soon. So as soon as we're reopening the public, we really hope everybody comes out and joins us. Thomas Ross saying, nope, sadly we had to do too many fan meeting, greeting, and podcasts. We did meet Doc at the Chicago Pinball Expo, hung out for a little bit while we had some laughs with Mr. Todd Tuckey. It's that was so awesome getting to talk with you guys over at the Pinball Expo. Cannot wait to have you back, and hope you guys are doing great along with Todd and all the stuff that you guys do at TNT Amusement. You guys are just amazing. Paul saying, I know you're breaking a record with today's longest stream ever. I had no idea we were going for that long. Brady's saying there's 2 more Play Mechanics games found, including Aliens Extermination and Armageddon. Love the Play Mechanic games. Absolutely amazing. And, we'll have more coming up soon for Play Mechanics. Efren asking if there's any word on a reopening date. Hopefully soon. Join us on Monday Mystery though, because we're gonna announce our date, our reopening date then. So we hope everybody joins us Monday, 5 p.m. Central on Twitch. So, but I am gonna get going now. I had no idea I'd been going this long, and that just shows it's how much it's just a fun time. It's such a fun time. So I very much appreciate everybody chatting and commenting in the stream, and it's been amazing. We'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m., and we'll talk some more then. So I hope everybody can join us. Hope everybody's being safe and doing well, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, thanks everybody. This is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade, and we hope to see you around the arcade soon. Thanks a lot, everybody. Be safe.